Hey everybody, it's me, Nicole Rivera from the Stop Writing Alone podcast, and here on the MV Rivera YouTube channel, sharing writing prompts and exercises all year round so you and I can write 52 stories in 52 weeks. So it is writing prompt number 26. We're a little bit behind. I think I'm one behind, playing catch up with technical difficulties, but this is, if you've been doing prompt for prompt, the halfway point. And one of the goodies that I'm going to share with you guys over on the Stop Writing Alone Substack page in order to celebrate that is a tracking page. If you have been going along and writing your stories and you're sort of like losing count, which is what happens to me, I made a tracker that has like where you can check off how many stories you've done out of 52, and I also have a sheet where you can list the titles of the stories and where you've put them, all the sort of things that I need to organize my brain. So keep a lookout for that. If you're not already subscribed to stopwritingalone.substack.com, this would be a great time to go check it out. But you could even pick it up if you are not subscribed and just head on over to the page. That'll be out later on this weekend. But let's talk about our prompt of the week. So I have loads and loads of prompt activities and tools here and books in my house. And every now and again, I start to looking at them and I say, well, what about that one? I haven't used that one in a while. Is it worth hanging on to? And before I do anything, before I chuck it or send it off to a writer that I know will love it, I give it another chance. And one of those prompt tools that I discovered in the last couple of weeks are my Haikubes. So Haikubes is a heavy box of dice. You may be able to see. There's a bunch of cubes in here that all have different words on them. Actually, each cube has 5 words and then 1 blank spot. And this tool is made, as you can probably tell, for poets. It's made for haiku poets to roll and use the words in a haiku. However, there are 2 sort of special cubes in the box, which you can kind of see here. I took the label off. Whoop. Right here, these 2 cubes aren't just words, but they're thematic cubes, and they have the theme of the poem that you would write. So I don't really write haiku that often. I don't delve into poetry as much as I used to. So to use this tool in the way that it's intended is not really getting it off the shelf for me. So I said to myself, well, Nicole, you're way into short stories right now. What could you potentially do with this tool to write a short story? So I've decided that what we're going to do this week is we're going to use one of the theme cubes, because the 2 theme cubes are actually slightly different. One is a very general type theme, and one is more of a creative nonfiction memoir type theme. So I'm not going to use that one because we're writing fiction here. So I'm going to use the general theme cube, roll it. That'll give us the beginning of our prompt, the theme of our story. And then I'm going to roll 6 of the other cubes to get words that we need to include in our story. So let's see what we get here. This is our theme of our story this week. A desire for... And what do we have a desire for? Oh, a desire for a bottle. I should say I needed to roll 1 word cube to get our full theme. So the theme plus 1 cube is our prompt. A desire for bottle is the prompt. And now I'll roll the 6 cubes for words that need to be included in our story. And one of them is a blank, so now you only have 5 words left. Let's see, we've got, does that say lame? Lame. I didn't know this was here. Okay, a bunch of symbols implying some profanity. I love it. This is great because every time I roll these cubes, I do get things that I didn't even know were included. Fertile. And cover, and one last one, silly. So we're going to write a story that's has something to do with a desire for bottle, and the words that you're going to include in your story are lame, some sort of profanity, Kubert style, fertile, cover, and silly. And that's pretty much it. But I also want to encourage you that if you have any prompt tools or prompt books at home that aren't really getting used, of course, I say always give all of the prompt tools their full attention in the way that they were designed. A lot of thought goes into how these things are designed, and always try to use the tool as it was intended. But if you've done that a couple of times and it isn't really inspiring you, then break the mold a little and see how else you can use it, and see if you can't give it new life. I'm really excited about this new use of the Haikubes, and I think I will do this again and again. And if you are a creative nonfiction writer, or you like writing memoir, you can do the same thing with this other cube. They have things like my future, my romantic life, and so on, and you can roll that cube plus a word and then continue from there. But that's it for this week. Don't forget to get over to stopwritingalone.substack.com to see all the cool goodies that are coming, including a 52 stories in 52 weeks tracker sort of workbook. There's multiple pages in there for you. But happy writing. I'll talk to you next week.
It's time to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss another video, and stop writing alone by joining the Mighty Network's Stop Writing Alone Network to find your writing peeps today. Also, let's not forget where this all started in the Stop Writing Alone podcast, anywhere you listen to podcasts, including this YouTube channel. One more reason to subscribe now.